She's back. And does she have a reasonable explanation for where she's been? I guess that doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
So for this episode, we're going to ease into it with a bonus Ask YungNollywood episode. More like, comments, but there will be questions. I found this part of our website where all the form responses were going to. Forgive me. This has to do with our frenemy episode. I believe this person says, gosh, I'm not dumb, but I found myself in a dumb situation with a frenemy. Okay, girl. She wasn't really an enemy because I thought she's older and cool. Oops. I always say that age is just a thing. I once had this older friend. Oh, she's just like 5 years older than me. And God, every time I remember that my Nigerian accent is running away from me, I feel like I want to scream. But I had this older friend, and there was this guy that she was so obsessed with. He was her boyfriend at the time. I've had discussions about this guy and basically how he's cheating and she can't let him go, and that's the love of her life, and they have a special bond and all these things. I call him to do this thing for her, and would you guys believe that this guy was faking his accent? Like,
Yeah, you wanna get the thing, yeah?
it was so strange, and I just was like, that was the moment I realized that it doesn't matter what age your friend is. Older does not directly translate to wiser. But back to what we were reading, child. So I just thought she'll enter into a small ant status. What?
Disclaimer, she will continue to struggle with the grammar in this story.
Oh, sorry. And as a younger woman, I just thought she'll enter into smaller ant status with respect. I don't care if we slept with the same person. Chai, how did we get here? Okay, so she says, I don't care if we slept with the same person. By the way, this person is a guy that I was semi-interested in, but mostly explored who I was with well. Because he was married and convenience at the time. The way I'm so confused by what I'm reading. Okay, so basically, you and your older friend slept with the same person who happens to be a married man, and you didn't care because it was convenient for you at the time. Gotcha. Anyway, over 2 years later of us not effing anymore and me just moving on with my life, she's in the new city I moved to, so she wanted to start having more hangouts. By the way, I was being nice and brought her along on a trip I wanted to go. We barely hung out one-on-one in college. I guess I was always her mysterious Molly ? Okay. In a short amount of time, I realized the B word was just a bisexual predator. I'm so sorry. Bisexual women are so interesting. I had this time, there was this time that it's happened to me a couple of times. I mean, I do think that I possess a certain type of magnetic energy, so people feel like they can express their desires to me or have certain sorts of desires projected onto me. But there was a time that I was just chilling in my room in university, and my friend literally got in the bed next to me, and it's normal. I'm in the bed with my friend sometimes, and she comes really close to me and she's like, Theo, and then she gives me this eye, and I know this eye because boys have given it to me before, and I do not respect sheepishness. I feel like I'm more attracted to bold people and stuff. I know people who come with the front of friendship. But I remember being like, girl, get out of my bed. And she was so distraught and shocked, and she got out of the bed and went home. Went home, and we never spoke about it again. I mean, she ended up in a relationship with this boy who was obsessed with me and used to buy me shoes and stuff. So in a way, she still got her chance with me because her and another person who were attracted to me got together. Look at me, such a generous queen. So anyway, she says the B word was just a bisexual predator talking Okay, talking how, girl, I feel like maybe some grammar lessons are needed. That's my first piece of advice to you for wherever the story is going, because I cannot even read the sentence. So talking how she doesn't feel gay after being with a significant amount of women, one being a full lesbian. Okay, so this girl is in the closet. Your older friend is battling her sexuality, got it? Not by curious women. Oh my god, kissed his now ex-wife, his new girlfriend, in brackets, who I confirmed has big boob.
Big boobs? What?
Huh? This is so crazy. How did I miss this story? So this your older friend kissed, she's been with a full lesbian, not even by curious women, a full lesbian. She kissed his now ex-wife. So ex-wife is, I'm guessing, the man that you both slept with, and she kissed his new girlfriend, a new girlfriend. So okay, so he got a divorce, okay, and then who you confirmed has big boobs from her because she made out with this new girlfriend. Okay. She says, so I felt like I was now in danger because she's always drunk. She's always drunk when we hang out. And I can't lift heavy B words as a young babe getting paid. She's a chronic alcoholic. I know sexuality is a spectrum, but this B word is gay, right? And downright weird. Wow, 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 wow. I did not see this story going where it did. It went everywhere but heaven. Is she weird? I don't think homosexuality is weird. I don't think lesbianism is weird. I don't think being attracted to women, filling up their boobs or anything is weird. What's weird is no consent is weird, because you called her a bisexual predator, and predator connotates that there's instances where consent is not included. So that's very weird to me. Adultery is weird. You're a little weird, because why are you having sex with a married person? Did she come on to you? Someone being attracted to me sexually, that's not weird. Look at me. That makes perfect sense. Alcoholism is a little weird. I guess all addictions are a bit weird, but they stem from a deeper issue. And seeing as she does not regard herself as bisexual, she's probably, dealing with the fact that she can't be who she is, probably because she has a friend like you, they're calling her weird. My advice to you is to focus on friends who you feel safe with, because essentially you do not feel safe with this woman. You feel like one day she's going to get drunk and she's going to grab you. And if you truly feel that way, probably need to pause on that friendship. It's not even giving frenemy, it's just giving mess. And I do think that when women are attracted to the same man or sleep with the same man and it kind of becomes an issue, I do think that there is some lesbianism there. I truly, truly believe. In a weird sort of homoerotic way, you're only fighting for the man to stay in contact with the woman that you're fighting with, because aggression and violence is on the same plane as like desire and like pleasure and stuff. Like that's why it's like when people beat children, the parts of their brain it lights up or it affects the same parts it affects when children are like sexually like abused. You know what I mean? You're single, live your life. Like you want to make out with girls, live your life. I guess you want to sleep with a married man, live your life. I mean, but that is also something you need to unpack. An avoidant attachment situation there, where some people sometimes start relationships with people they know could never fulfill them emotionally or prioritize them the way that they deserve to be, and it has something to do with mommy and daddy not listening to you when you were a baby. So yeah, complicated. We're moving along. This episode is brought to you by YungNollywood.com, a femme-powered space celebrating Nollywood's golden era. Make sure you shop YungNollywood.com for our exclusive merchandise. Someone said, God bless you too, beloved, and God bless me and grant me all my heart desires because I deserve everything good. Bloody bloody blah. Someone says, hi, in this high five scene, what are the two actresses' names? And I feel like I know exactly who you're talking about. It is Genevieve, and I don't remember the other girl's name, but the movie is called Sharon Stone in Abuja. Ooh.
A few moments later.
Okay, I feel like I've read all these before. So these are some other responses to other episodes that we have. These ones are for the episode called The Firstborn Burden. This is before we were on YouTube. So this person says, oh, looks sad. My mom will never acknowledge or apologize for the physical and emotional abuse she inflicted on me. She used to TW, trigger warning, abuse. She used to tie me up and beat the crap out of me for hours for simple mistakes. Relatable content. Oh my god. Listen, there was a time when, like, it's a memory that is in my head where I would write in my diary that, like, I'm stupid, I'm useless. It breaks my heart to think about it. And now I can't even talk about it because I have cried about it in therapy. But I would write all these things down, and one time my mom found it because it's stuff that would be said to me like in anger and stuff. And my sister wasn't born then, and I was 10 years old when my sister was born, so I was at least 9 years old. I know I was younger. And she was just like really sad and telling me, you're not stupid, you're not like useless. I was very angry when I said those things, and child, the things that we went through as kids. So she says, as a teen, she could no longer beat me, so she started emotional abuse, picking on my looks, telling me to go kill myself, etc. This is so bad. I am now a young adult with a lot of mental instability due to the trauma. For the longest, I held a lot of anger and hate towards her, but it was eating me from inside. I cried myself to sleep. I wish she was dead. But then I read something about it. It said, forgiving a parent for their wrongdoings is not for them, it's for you. It's like writing off a bad debt. You know you can't get the money back, so why hold on to it? So real. It's the same for family who won't acknowledge the abuse they either inflicted on you or didn't protect you from. Process your anger, give yourself time and space to heal. Look for support around you. Listen to mental health podcasts, read books for self-healing, establish boundaries, and do not give in to their emotional blackmail. That's exactly what I'm doing. My parents are wealthy, but I decided to work 3 jobs to support myself. I want to establish all the boundaries so I can live my life as I please so far. I feel free emotionally and mentally. So be easy on yourself. It will be fine. You are looking for validation in the wrong places. As long as you know it happened and hurt you, it's all the validation you need. Take care, ! Thank you so much, Anonymous, for sending this message. I feel like it touched me. It's something that I also needed to hear. I mean, obviously, I'm the first daughter in a faraway land. I went to therapy, spent thousands of dollars in therapy just to learn how not to gaslight myself. In my head, kept telling myself, maybe I was the problem, maybe I was overreacting, maybe I was too sensitive, maybe it really didn't happen like that. Nobody else seems to have a problem like this except for me. Like, how come I'm the one who has such an issue with how I was raised? Like, why am I so emotionally sensitive? Why do I cry all the time? Like, literally making myself the problem. But the truth is that regardless of how much you feel like your family sacrificed for you, if you truly do not feel safe around them, if you feel like when you have a problem, they are not the first people you would call, then something happened. Something has definitely happened in that time of you being at your most sensitive, vulnerable state where you should depend on them. And it's not on you. It's really not on you. And this is why independence is so important for us, you know, as adas as firstborns and stuff, and just daughters in general in like emotionally unstable, physically volatile households. But I also say for the past few months, I have been learning this concept called interdependence. And as much as you do for yourself, it would be beneficial for you to learn how to also receive, not necessarily from the people who broke you, because I don't believe in people breaking you being the people who fix you. Forgiveness is for you at the end of the day, so obviously forgive for yourself, but to open up your heart to receive love from people who truly want to love you, because the truth is an upbringing like this steals that from you. And I am putting out into the universe for you that it does no longer have that effect on you and does not steal any joy from your life. Mwah. Some comments from our gold digging episode. So this person says, if it's acceptable for men to want a woman who cooks, cleans, maintains the house, wants to be a stay-at-home mom, etc., then gold digging is fine. Why should I do all this work and then work to make my own money? Even if I have my own money, I prefer to use his. Same way he also eats but expects me to cook for him. Nah. I'm even of the thought that he should cook, clean, maintain the house, and also pay all the bills. There, I said it. Men just have more physical strength to do all of that. So, yeah, it's my story and I'm sticking to it. I don't even think I should be doing the cooking and the cleaning. If you can't afford cleaning, you do not have gold to dig. I think this will be the final one I do. Good afternoon. Can you please talk about being single at your early 20s and your friends keep talking as if you have a problem? This is such a crazy ask, because when else are you supposed to be single? When else are you supposed to be? When else are you? People are insane. When else are you supposed to be single? When else? When else? When else? When else? When else? So in astrology, your Venus, so your Venus is like planet of love, like your looks, your aesthetics, stuff like that, matures at 25. At 30, that's when your Saturn matures. And I've realized that those two ages for women are under attack, where before you actually see who you can be, society is pushing you into a relationship, like a relationship that they expect to be permanent for the rest of your life. Now, I'm not saying that it is not impossible to meet who you're supposed to be from a very early age, but marriage does come with certain restrictions that if you have not lived life via dating, it will have to come out of you in some sort of way. Whenever I see people who get married in their early 20s, like in that age group, I think two things. One, their parents are very, very rich, like super, super rich. And this is like something that they have set in place already and like they're going to get married. Or two, they're very poor. This is how they're going to like move out of their parents' house, or this is how they're going to like change their economical class. Honestly, I'm wishing for all women the space to date so you can figure out what you like and what you don't like, because the easiest way for you to end up in a situation that you don't deserve is by thinking you have no options. So for your friends making you feel some type of way because you're single and in your early 20s, they're dumb, they're slow, and they seem to be intellectually handicapped, not very educated, is what I'm getting from your friend group. And you probably need a new friend group, plenty of offense to them. Even when I was in my early 20s, I was in a relationship and I opened it. Don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. Do not limit yourself. And don't let anybody limit you. And do not take advice from your friends. Y'all are both all in the same brain anyways. And when I say dating, I mean going on dates, enjoying life, seeing other people's lives. Like, when I date people, it's like I get to explore another world for some time. I don't mean, having a sexual relationship. Although It's your private. You're free to do with this whatever you want to. Just make sure you're safe and you're protecting yourself and you're being vigilant and using your intuition and all of that. But as far as exploring worlds, my dear, the world is your oyster. Get hobbies, do things like, hang out with people casually, like have fun. Your early 20s is for fun, okay, especially if you can afford it, or for laying the foundation of whatever career you want to have. It's time to like work at different companies, job hop, do things. Like having a boyfriend is just a byproduct of your life. Basically, you should not be sitting down anywhere. In fact, at any age, as a woman, you should not be sitting down anywhere thinking, how can I get a man? You should be living your life, and a relationship is basically a byproduct of that. I'm not a man, but I will speak for them when I say they like to be part of fun. They like to be part of life that is already happening. So they are most attracted to a woman with a full life, a woman whose life is full of herself. That's the type of man that you want. If you go and get a man that wants a woman that is looking for a man, you will cry. Oh, especially in your early 20s. Early 20s, when these relationship predators are looking for you to suck the last of your blood. So make sure you are prioritizing your fun. I'm going to read one more testimony. So this person says, "Dear Young Nollywood, I want to thank you for your brilliant content. Your memes have verbalized my feelings countless times. They've motivated me and brought me unspeakable joy through the pandemic." Mwah. That's so crazy. This was sent like some weeks ago or like some days ago, and like, oh my god, from the pandemic till now, thank you for hanging with us. Thank you for staying with us. Honestly, like, I love Young Nollywood. Even though I am her, she helps me. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. Make sure you like, subscribe, and do all the good stuff, and share if you enjoy it. Rewatch it if you enjoy it. Till next time, be reckless about your self-preservation. Mwah.